5 expenses of abortion. If you have ever aborted, or you know somebody who has ever aborted, listen to this keenly. Most of the people, when they are doing things, they don't look at the consequences. Abortion is murder. Abortion is murder. Number 2, abortion is an abomination against God. Now, these are the expenses, not these. These are expenses of abortion. 7 expenses of abortion. Number 1 is guilty. When you abort, what you are left with is guilty. And this will take you time. You will always be guilty if you have ever killed. You will always be guilty. Number 2, it can destroy your uterus. You know, during the process of abortion, it depends. It can destroy your uterus. Some of you who are aborting, you're not looking at your future. You don't know after school. You don't know after you finish Form 4, after you finish campus, after all that sex that you have had, and then you abort. Probably there might be a possibility of you not getting a child, and it's not because you are barren, it's because your uterus is already damaged. Number 3 is premature death, because when you are practicing abortion, probably in that time, the medicine or the pills that you take may react against you. So what happens? You might die premature as you are aborting. Either you lose the child, the both of you, you die, you lose the child and you go, or else you will be also in a risk of death. Number 4 is a curse. You attract a curse from God, because it is against God to abort. It is not the will of God. Remember that he told Jeremiah, I knew you before you were formed into your mother's womb. So God knows children even before they are formed into their mother's womb. So you are not allowed by God to abort. It's a curse. Number 5, it can bring you mental torture. You know, when you always remember that there is something you did, you killed a baby or you aborted. What happens? Your mind is always tortured. And you know, these things are spiritual. Probably when you are sleeping, some things appear because of the blood that you shed. Some things appear, and maybe you start dreaming some funny things, and out of that your mind is very much tortured. You cannot even concentrate on what you are doing. The other thing is the blood. It can take you to a forever blood covenant. You know what? Immediately you shed blood, it's a covenant. It's an altar that you have raised, and it might turn against you. Blood covenants are not easy, so you should not take it for granted. And if it happened to you, probably you ended up aborting. Please, it's important. Confess to somebody, go to somebody, get help, confess to God, and ask God for forgiveness, because God is still a merciful God, and I believe he's going to forgive you and to restore you. God bless you.